Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where I would love to attack over here. I just really don't think that we're in a position to crack this alliance. They've got kind of a crazy alliance going on here, particularly between Britannia and Lemovisia. That's the tough part of this up here. So I think for the moment, we're going to just wait, and we'll see if relations end up souring between them. For right now, I think that we need to work on our settling of Aquitania for the moment, and working on, of course, integrating Aquitania. Into Aquitania is not going to be a thing just now. I just don't feel like we're well positioned to take these guys on. So for the moment, we're just going to be chilling. We do need to get some potential construction going. What do we have here? We have 2 cities. Okay, this is a slave city, no problem. And this one over here as well. That was a slave city. Cool. No issues whatsoever there. Okay, so that seems absolutely fine for the moment. Our primary lack for right now, for working through this mission tree, is going to be political influence. No doubt about that one. Political influence is going to be very, very tough. We do need to have a new Tribune of the Treasury, and we'll put this guy in. Cool. Are you currently upgrading? No, we had not upgraded this one yet. Okay, so I think we want to upgrade this city. We probably want to upgrade this port up here, because I was looking through our missions here, and we're going to need to import 2 trade routes over here. So that pretty much means we're going to have to make a trade city up over this way. Which is, I guess, fine. That's not the end of the world, for sure. We could certainly build that first. And what would our 3rd city end up being? I don't know. Maybe something like Loza here. We produce salt there. Not the end of the world. We could make that into a slave city. Potentially. Yeah, that's a theoretical option. Of course, we do want to bring up our advances here. Do we have enough slaves? We kind of do need freemen, don't we? But this would cost us 25 political influence. Which is sad. I don't want to spend 25 political influence on that right now. We need to grab hypocaust into cultural administration into servile bondage. And then beyond that, I believe there's some in oratory. Yes. Here. Ah, a percentage increase, 25%. Okay, so this would only require 1 of these. We're actually really close to getting this 25% boost. There's also town criers over here. So we're really close to getting a lot of extra monthly political influence. Noted. That's very, very good. Now we're able to get 1 of these upgrading. I don't think it really matters which one. I'll do this first. I'm planning on this to be a trade city because of its wine production. And then this produces fish. So we're probably going to have that be a slave city. Although I'm not sure if that changes when we upgrade that to a city. It might. We'll see. I can't remember how that system works. I know some food production I think does change or used to change. We'll see. Okay, we have a new leader here with the following objective: conversion. Okay, we do have the Carosi family that is currently considered scorned. So we'll put in a Carosa here. There we go. Perfect. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting on an opportunity here for, like, this alliance to break down. Specifically this one. Every other alliance here I don't really care that much about. But we have to remember, like, pop count, right? 704, 3242, 1626. And they're going to be about equivalent with us in pop count. So this is not a war that I want to take at this time. I want to allow some of that to, like, we need an opportunity to break in there, right? We don't have that opportunity right now. We'll aid our brethren in Ibora, absolutely. And I would love to get an upgrade going over here, but we, of course, need political influence for that. Taking a look at our tech progress here, we are 76 years ahead of time, but we are going to get this in about 4 years. Okay. Orgetorix Adaxis was murdered. Okay, that's actually very convenient for us. I like it. That is wonderful. We have no buildings to construct at this time. We can theoretically think about increasing the size of this legion, and specifically this legion, and we probably should. Let's bring this up to 6 and 6. There we go. So we're now at 29 out of 29. If this is able to be grown by 2 more, then it will be equal in size to the Legion of Carpetania. So that is absolutely wonderful. Discipline plus 2%. Okay, sure. The cohort loyalty gain chance is not ideal, but that's fine. How are we doing on food over here anyway? 29.22? Yeah, that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. I like it. How are we doing on food over here? I'm always slightly concerned about the food in provinces that we're drilling in, but luckily, no problem here whatsoever. We could get 85% civic advances progress. And I'm actually going to do that. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it because that gets us town criers instantly. So we get town criers there, boosting our political influence by 10%. Beyond that, we want to grab, like, a Chironomia into a Patrocinium. That's definitely something that we can do. We've also got our civic advances over here for Hypocaust. And we would want to go down to cultural administration. That one's a little bit further away. We do need a governor in Baetica, and we would put in this person. Cool. So for now, that seems absolutely fine. But we need more tech. Of course, our tech is going to be reduced at this moment due to our choice that we just made. But it's fine, I guess. Yeah, we're 91 years ahead of time in Civic, and we're only at 60% research speed here. This is not ideal, but I guess it's fine. More pop assimilation speed, of course. There we go. Absolutely wonderful. So we're gaining 1.56 political influence right now. Apparently, we're no longer importing a bunch of goods. Sure. The Roman Civil War has ended. So I want to take a look at Rome here. 6742. Okay, it would definitely be a little bit difficult for us to fight Rome. No doubt about that. Hello. There's a Carthaginian revolt. We can't really get to it unless we get access through Carthage, which they would not give us because they're planning our demise. That sounds ambitious. Maybe we should declare directly on Carthage. We would have to move a lot of troops, like preemptively before the war. But this does seem like an interesting time to do that. So we would end up raising our levies right now. We're going to want to raise our taxes. And I would want to hire this unit of mercs. And possibly a couple more as well. For fighting Carthage. So like these guys. And maybe like these guys. Okay. Then we would move all of our armies that are up here. Well, these guys could actually just walk down over here. We'll tick forward one day. We would walk down over to here. They're going to be black flagged, so they can just walk. The rest of these forces are going to want to group up over here, and we'll sail them over. These guys are going to group up over this way. So what would we look to take? We could definitely clean up our border gore over here and maybe take some of their core territories. That would definitely be interesting. What are we at economically? 2.39. Perfect. I love that. Okay, so we're going to get into position here. We definitely want to preemptively move our forces over. Now, Carthage is going to be a lot. They're in an alliance with these guys. curiosity, could we just take this over with these mercs and be unblack flagged by moving here? I'm not sure if that would work. We can't be on unit reorg right now, which is understandable. So we're going to allow these forces to move over. And yes, we are definitely seeing some drop-offs in our economy due to our levies being up. That's unsurprising. But I definitely want to take advantage of this situation. So we're going to move our forces down preemptively. And this is going to be a lot of forces, no doubt about that. So we're going to embark what we can here. Do we have enough ships to embark all of this? We do. Okay, we're just going to move right now. And we'll allow the rest of these to get into position here. And then we'll move them down separately. We could also definitely take these islands here, which would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. We could use our mercs for that. I'm noting these guys sailing around over here. Okay, so we would bring these forces back up now that these have arrived here. Okay, and then we would leave the Carthaginian revolt where it's at, in theory. These guys would move over here. Okay, so it would be something kind of like this. We do see a number of Carthaginian forces heading this way, but they're going to be occupied with the Carthaginian revolt over here. Cool. So we're going to embark both of these merc forces, and we're going to move them out over here. There we go. The Galatian Civil War has ended, and we're going to use these forces to attack here and here. Do we have a CP on Carthage? We have them guaranteed. We do indeed have them guaranteed. Is this going to give us a truce? It will. Okay. So how long is that truce going to be? Never mind. This was a waste of money. Cool. So we're going to not do this then. Well, good thing we discovered that before we spent all of that money. We didn't discover it before we spent the money. I am sad about this. We'll just call it a military exercise. All of our levies need to be disbanded. We're truced, unfortunately. We can't take advantage of it. So I'm going to have these guys be parked here, and I guess the rest of these forces can go up over... That's going to be attrition. We'll park them here, and we'll get them back to drilling. I'm kind of upset about that, but it should have been expected. It should have been expected. Okay, so these guys are going to go back to drilling. That was a complete waste of money. Luckily, we don't need our money, so that'll be fine. We'd be running a deficit right now. Okay, we'll need to allow our forces to turn around a bit here. Or rather, we'll need to allow our levies time to build our economy back up a bit. Oh, and we've got these mercs as well. We need to ditch these mercs. Well, now we know that we have access to a good amount of mercs. Really? We're out of food down here? I just looked at this. Minus 45.63. Is that due to trade issues? Possibly. Or due to the levying. That's a possibility as well. I think we're just going to cancel this stone. We'll cancel this marble. And we'll cancel maybe these olives. And we'll put in some grain. Hopefully that would solve the problem. How short are we? 45.63? We'll see if that solves the problem. Okay, these guys are going to drill. There we go. And we'll move our fleet back up over here. Cool. So now we can go back to having our taxes cut. That'll do. But that was a pretty major waste, no doubt about that. I really wanted to attack Carthage, but we had them mildly guaranteed. So we'll increase our stability here. Our aggressive expansion is continuing to drop. I guess we can go in and build some city locations. Sure, we can build a library. Where else do we have? Up over here? Cool. A tax office looks good. What else do we have? Gallicum, sure. That would be a tax office as well. We've also about got the political influence to upgrade another city over here. So that would be nice. We do need a martial researcher, and we would go for this guy. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to grab Hypocost next, for sure. We do need a little bit of cash, and actually, I'm going to turn our taxes back up for the time being as we rebuild what we've spent. Well, we could attack the Carthaginian revolt. We have no CB, though. And I feel like our window of opportunity on that is over, unfortunately. So we're going to want to come up over here and build a city. We'll definitely get that going. And we're going to be short on political influence to get our third city. Of course, we need to have 3 cities in the province of Aquitania, and then those are going to need to have no free building slots, which is absolutely fine. That'll give us a free province investment, so we really only need 1 available trade route up here. Interesting. Exploited cedar forest. Yeah. We shouldn't increase our usage. Okay, we'll maintain our usage there. We don't really need it, so that is absolutely fine. Any other buildings that... Oh, wow. Suddenly a lot of buildings that we need to build. Okay, what do we have going on over here? A library. Perfect. What about over here? We need a training camp. We need a library. And we're actually out of cash, so that's all we can do for now. I really wanted to fight Carthage. Oh, are you disloyal now? What a jerk. We could bribe her. But to what end? We don't need her to be loyal right now. She's 73. She's near death. I think we'll keep our political influence. Once she dies, we'll have control over this legion again. That'll be fine. No major issues there. Could we maybe attack some of the things out over here? That might be an interesting option. They're all allied together. Rome controls a significant portion of this. So if we really wanted to... we can't get all 3 of them. Or rather, all 4 of them. We can get 3 of the 4. Okay. We would need to fabricate a claim, which does cost political influence, and I don't want to do that immediately. So I think for the time being, this is relatively fine. I do want to come in over here and check no legion expansions needing to be done. Okay. We do have a couple of cities that need building constructions, and we will definitely work on that. This is slaves. Okay, there we go. That's fine. We've got this city down here. This is a library that we need. We've got Karai. That needs a tax office. And we've got Rush Ikore, which is down over here and needs a tax office. Cool. So that's looking good. We're definitely recovering from our minor mistake. We can cut the taxes now. That'll be absolutely fine. And yeah, Carthage is dealing with their rebellion, but that's completely okay as well. We're going to hit 20 political influence here, but we do need a 3rd city up over here. We could go for somewhere like Losa. That would be fine. And this city is going to be constructed soon. We do get untiring devotion, putting us up over 50 stability, which is great. I'm very happy to see that. Our aggressive expansion is starting to get low, so we should definitely... Oh, this lady just died. Perfect. So we would put in a new commander for our legion here. And who is currently scorned? Karaids? He's not very good at the job. 5 martial. I'm going to go with this lady instead. And the Karaids are going to be upset about this, but there we go. That'll do. So you can stand here. That's completely okay, but you want to go back to Drill. There we go. Wonderful. We do have another city that we can build a slot in, so that'll be a tax office over here. Sounds great. How are we doing technologically? Okay, we're only at 130. That definitely needs some work. No doubt about that one. How close are we to getting hypocaust? That's going to happen in April of 667. Sure. October of 667. Yeah, civic advances, we need this lady to die. Or replace her. Ooh, scholar. And, of course, up 2 skill points. I'm going to do that. We're going to grab scholar so we can generate additional innovations. Wonderful. This guy has obsessive, which is also good. Cool. So that looks good for now. Additional innovations will, of course, always be helpful. Low food supply down over here. That's deeply unsurprising. Deeply, deeply unsurprising. How are we doing on this city? 226 days? Sure. This is also too disloyal to currently build in, and it's growing in loyalty very, very slowly. So that will take some time. We do have prosperity, though, and do we want to be good-natured and gain some popularity? I feel like we don't need the taxes, so we're going to do that. We could also promote oligarchy, which we're not going to do. No thank you on that one. Any other buildings to build? No, not right now. We probably shouldn't have both of our legions down here. I'm going to move this legion back into Iberia so that we at least have one legion in both locations. Oh, we have no port there. Okay, we'll just move back over here and we'll have these guys head on over. So yeah, I want to have at least one legion in each location in Iberia and in North Africa. Just so that we can properly respond to things. We don't need them both in the same place. Cool. So we're going to embark that, and up we go. Cool. And we'll just have them go sit, like, in our capital or something. Yeah, they are the Legion of Contestania, so that'll be absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever there. We are about to have this city be formed. Not that we can build buildings in it yet, due to low provincial loyalty. So we're going to hop back over to our capital here. Okay, Jedi, huh? We should probably consider getting this put onto harsh treatment. It is going to cost political influence. This is not currently on harsh treatment. It's only minus 0.7, though. I think it's okay for the time being. Cool. So over we go. This, of course, has been turned into a city. That is magnificent, but it is too disloyal right now to actually do anything with. We do need to let that drift upwards a little bit. We're at 36 political influence right now. I would love to get enough to get our third city in here. That would allow us to do settle Aquitania and at least get the population growth, right? I'd like to do integration of Aquitania, but that's a long ways off. That would gain us 10 political influence, which would be nice. But yeah, that's going to take a while. No doubt about that one. Cool. Any other buildings to be built at this time? No. We'll replace the stockpile. That's fine. And the Carthaginian revolt is almost over. Although they're gaining some additional territory over here. They're not going to win, obviously. We knew that. Numidia needs a governor, and this is a good place to put in something like Galba Correas. Perfect. That'll be fine. No problem whatsoever there. Are these guys drilling? Nope. Get back to drilling. Senatorial resistance, but we're gaining 10 political influence there, which actually gives us enough to build this city if we had the gold, which we will on the next month. We do need a new censor, and that will be... Actually, our most qualified person is also a scorned family. I love it. That's wonderful. So next month tick, we'll get this city going. There we go. So we now have our 3 cities founded in Aquitania. So what do we need to do now? Well, we need to get all of those building slots filled. We need to get Aquitania brought up into integrated status. That's got a ways to go. No doubt about that. Specifically, we need to be at 90 province loyalty. There's a religious advance, and we're going to grab Hypocaust here, boosting our monthly political influence by an additional 10%. Or actually 5%? 5%. But that was a civic advance? No, what advance was that? Religious. Okay, that was Omen Power. Sure. That's fine for now. And we're gaining currently 1.28 political influence. Ruler corruption is hurting that. What is our ruler corruption right now? Anyway. Let's go into our government, and our ruler corruption is at 20. That is dropping, so that'll be okay. Cool. So we'll let that come on down. And hopefully we won't have to bribe too many more people. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to keep working through this side of this tree. We'll look for opportunities like potentially this one. Hang on a moment. Rome is attacking these guys who were allied to these guys. They're no longer allied. They broke their alliance. It's these two, though, that were the dangerous alliance for us to attack into. So that still exists. We'll see what we end up wanting to do. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.